I'd like to ask the Minister for Health and Social Care, further to his answer to question 47 in September, which UK departments have instructed his department, and on what basis his department is taking instruction from the UK?
Minister to reply, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think the key emphasis is instruction there. Mr. President, for clarity, the answer given in September stated advice and instruction. Instruction in that regard referred to taking into account the instructions the UK government have issued to their own supply chain, which obviously has an effect on us, as I've explained in previous answers. Although DHSC in the UK clearly cannot directly instruct us, it would be extremely remiss of us, and in fact I'd go as far as to say negligent of us as a government, not to take into account the instructions they have issued to their bodies and the impact that could have on us. Officers from the Isle of Man Department of Health and Social Care have been in regular contact with the Department of Health and Social Care in the UK, in particular the head of the Medicine Supply Policy EU Exit, the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Authority in the UK, the Ministry of Justice, and these communications have been coordinated by the Isle of Man Government's Cabinet Office, who quite rightly are taking a broader view across departments to ensure that this is all delivered in a coordinated and consistent approach, and that the island's response to Brexit is planned across government.
Supplementary, Mr. Hooper.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I accept what the Minister is saying. I'd just like him to provide us with some absolute assurance that when it comes to advice and instruction, the decisions on whether or not those instructions are appropriate for the Isle of Man has been made on the Isle of Man, and they are not simply following UK instruction blindly.
Thank you, Mr. President. I hope from the previous answers I've given to some of the honourable members' questions that comes across very clearly. We most certainly are not just picking up UK documents and saying that will do. By no means at all. We have a Brexit impact group that is looking purely from the basis of the Isle of Man as to what we need, what we require, and that has been the basis of our conversations with the Department of Health and Social Care across the water the whole way along.